mkasa wa moto katika shule ya wasichana ya Utumishi.
Naam, japo Cecilia ni miongoni mwa wasichana 16 waliofariki kwenye mkasa huo, alijitolea kuwaokoa wanafunzi wenzake.
Naam, familia yake imetambua mwili wake kwenye makafani ya hospitali ya Naivasha.
Naam, na kama anavyoarifu sasa Kamau Mwangi, Cecilia aliyekuwa na umri wa miaka 17 ametajwa kama shujaa aliyehatarisha maisha yake kuwaokoa wenzake.
A nation is mourning as Kenyans continue to come to terms with the devastating tragedy at Utumishi Girls Senior School in Gilgil. Heartbreaking stories are emerging about the young lives that were lost in the inferno. Among those stories is one that has touched the hearts of thousands across the country. It is the story of Cecilia Wanjiku, a Form 4 student whose final act, according to relatives and survivors, was not to save herself, but to save others. While many students desperately searched for a way out of the burning dormitory, Cecilia reportedly chose to go back and help her fellow schoolmates escape. That decision would ultimately cost her life. Today, we tell the emotional story of a young girl remembered not only for her academic brilliance, but also for her extraordinary courage. Before the tragedy struck, Cecilia Wanjiku was preparing for one of the most important academic events of her school life. According to reports, the young Form 4 student had been selected to represent her school in a biology contest. Teachers and classmates reportedly described her as disciplined, hardworking, and passionate about her studies. Her dream was simple yet powerful: to excel in education and create a better future for herself and her family. Those who knew her say she was the kind of student who never gave up on her goals. She believed in hard work, determination, and helping others. No one could have imagined that her life would end so suddenly and so tragically. Then came the night that changed everything. A fire broke out in one of the dormitories at Utumishi Girls Senior School. Within moments, panic spread throughout the building. Students screamed for help as flames rapidly engulfed sections of the dormitory. Those who survived have described scenes of confusion, fear, and desperation as girls fought to escape the spreading fire. For many students, every second became a matter of life and death. But amid the chaos, Cecilia reportedly made a decision that few people would have had the courage to make.
Watoto wako hapo wote wamesimama. Nikamwangalia, nikaona sioni mtoto wangu. Hapo ndio nilistuka. Nikashindwa hata kuongea sababu walikuwa na marafiki wake na walikuwa wananijua. Alikuwa introduce kwangu wakati nilikuwa naenda mkutano. Ndio walikuja wakanishika. Wakaniambia mama Cecilia hayuko hapa. Nikawauliza ako wapi? Wakaniambia Cecilia ako hospitali. Naivasha alienda aje Naivasha? Wakaniambia Cecilia ndiye alikuwa anatuokoa. Alituokoa na wakati wa mwisho, wakati alituokoa akiruka akavunjika mguu.
Kulingana na mamake, Cecilia alikuwa ni tumaini la pekee kwa familia hii.
Alikuwa ni mtoto wa pekee. Hata sasa ninaona ni kama Mungu alikuwa amenipea malaika. Kuna kitu alikuwa anataka nijifunze. Pia alikuwa mtoto wa kujituma. Mara yangu ya mwisho kupiga huyo mtoto nadhani akiona sari.
We'll remember Chichi as one of the brightest students that we had in our family. We were waiting for that strong A. Maybe could have been one of our members to do pure surgery, medicine surgery.
Kwa moyo mzito, familia ya Cecilia imebaini kuwa mwana wao ni kati ya 16 walioaga dunia.
I thank God we were able to identify our daughter. She's not as burned as the...
According to relatives and accounts from survivors, Cecilia was not focused only on her own safety. Instead, she allegedly moved from one section of the dormitory to another, helping trapped students find a way out. Witnesses say she continued assisting others even as the danger intensified around her. As flames spread through the building, Cecilia reportedly remained behind longer than many others. she was trying to ensure that fellow students escaped. Sadly, during those rescue efforts, she sustained fatal injuries. Her courageous attempts to save lives ended with the ultimate sacrifice, her own. While investigators continue piecing together the exact events of that night, many Kenyans have already begun describing Cecilia as a true hero. Back home in Nakuru County, grief has overwhelmed Cecilia's family. The pain of losing a daughter, a sister, a beloved family member is unimaginable. One grieving relative described Cecilia as a child who always put others first. According to the family, helping people was simply part of who she was. Even in ordinary life, she was known for kindness, compassion, and selflessness. The family says the same caring nature that defined her life may have also defined her final moments. Today, they're left with memories, photographs, and dreams that will never be fulfilled. News of Cecilia's reported bravery has spread rapidly across social media. Thousands of Kenyans have expressed sorrow, admiration, and respect for the young student. Many have described her actions as heroic, others have called for Cecilia's sacrifice to be remembered for generations. In a time when the nation is searching for answers about what happened that night, her story has become a symbol of courage, compassion, and humanity. For many Kenyans, Cecilia represents best qualities of a young generation determined to care for others even in the face of danger. As investigations into the deadly fire continue, authorities are working to establish exactly how the tragedy unfolded. Families affected by the incident continue to seek answers and accountability. Meanwhile, schools across the country are once again being reminded of the importance of student safety, emergency preparedness, and proper fire prevention measures. For the families who lost their daughters, however, no explanation can erase the pain. The empty seats at dinner tables, the silent bedrooms, the dreams that ended too soon, those wounds may never fully heal. Cecilia Wanjiku was preparing to present her school in a biology contest. She had hopes, ambitions, and a future filled with possibilities. But today, many Kenyans are remembering her not because of the competition she was preparing for, but because of the courage she reportedly displayed during her final moments. A young girl who, according to those who knew her, chose to think about others when it mattered the most. A daughter whose story has left an entire nation heartbroken, and a name that many believe should never be forgotten. May her soul rest in eternal peace. So what are your thoughts in Cecilia Wanjiku's reported act of bravery during the Utumishi girls' tragedy? Leave your message of condolences and tribute in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth stories and updates. Until next time, thank you for watching.